Hello, and welcome to This Thing's Got Problems. And the thing that has problems today is, well, it's not this. It's me in this garage. It's the cold. It is finally happening here in southeast Wisconsin, where right now it's 37 degrees, and they tell us this is it. The cold, the real deep freeze is coming, where this in here is going to be a little bit more challenging. So, with that being said, it's kind of like I'm closing down the garage for, a month or so, maybe two. As far as the C10 goes, I really just kind of wanted to say thank you for checking out the channel this year. This is my first full year of doing YouTube stuff, and it's been pretty fun. Been awesome having you guys join me in this weird little adventure of rebuilding this truck in this garage that should not have anything built in it. This dump was, we think, pretty sure by like the size of the 2x4s and how they're almost 2x4, but they're not like the modern, really small, what is it, like 1 3/4 by whatever. It is probably from the 40s, and then it's got to bump out when cars got big. It's not great. So to do anything in here has been kind of a challenge, but it's been awesome having you guys watch and join me in this. We got a lot done this year. The cab mostly is rust free. Now it's been the majority of the year. Just cutting everything out, sheet metal work. I've said it before in other episodes. I work I got like 12 hours a day invested in work, between an hour each way driving, and I work 10-hour days. And then sometimes I work when I get home on the iPad and do more things. So to get out here when I can, I think I got a good portion of it done. But now we get into money, because sheet metal, it's cheap. It's welding gas, it's wire, it's, the metal from Auto Metal Direct, which is not bad at all. Like some of the most expensive stuff wasn't even really that expensive. So it's been kind of like doing stuff out here for free-ish a little bit. But now we're getting into brakes. We're getting into wheels. I want this chassis to roll. I want part of the garage back if I need to. We got the transmission at my job, where that's going to be gone through. The rear end, got to do that. That's going to be, it's all going to come a little bit slower. So, going to be doing more motorcycle things from work, little tips and tricks. And if you guys could, down below, I've done kind of a lot of detail things. I don't do many motor jobs at work, only because I like, to keep that area, because I do a lot of like the restoration type stuff. I don't want all the grease and the oil around that area. We got another guy that normally does all that anyways. I mean, I can get into some of that if that's what you guys want to see. Like, hey, how do I do this? How do I avoid paying the dealership to do this? Down below, I can see what I can do. Make something quick for you. I got some more motorcycle things, like I said, lined up, coming. And yeah, I think other than that, the C10 stuff, what I am going to be able to show you, I could probably show you the rear end. Bodywork, I mean, if I do any more welding on this thing, I'm going to want to shoot primer on it. If it's going to be minus whatever, just minus whatever, then the paint's not going to set. The primer, anyways, is not going to set. It's going to be a mess. So I'm going to have to wait till that's warmer. But there's other things. Actually, if you guys ever reupholstered a seat like completely and actually made the cover, because my wife wants to do that, we're planning on denim. So here, come look at this gross, disgusting thing. Believe it or not, this is the good side. Now this was from the seat back my wife took apart so she can basically use it as a pattern. But all this frame, and I'm sure there's some dead mouses in there somewhere, gonna rip all that apart. We have the foam already. She's gonna work on the upholstery part. I gotta work on this frame, cleaning this up, repainting it, making sure all the springs are good. They look like they're good. So this will probably be a video. The rear end now, that is, that's going to be fun because I don't know what I'm doing. Are those good? I don't know. Probably not. How do you know? How do you know if they're straight? I mean, you can't just look at it. How am I going to know it's going to seal when I put, what do you do? And then, there's stuff for the cab that's got to get done. Seam sealer, random holes where it's like, why, what did you screw in here and for what reason? So we gotta plug them up, but that's nothing you guys are really gonna care to see, right? Seam sealer, you've probably seen what to do with that, right? You smear it on there, you use a little solvent, you smooth it out, and then it's all probably not gonna be, I probably will do a video on it. Those things are a freaking disaster, but again, gonna have to wait for warmer weather. Everything back here in these boxes is gonna have to go onto that at some point. I don't know where any of it goes. So yeah, I'm looking forward to 2025. It's gonna be fun. Got a new president, old president, a new old, former, a new former old. That should make things interesting. We'll see. And why am I bringing that up? Well, the price of things. I don't know what they do or how they do it. I don't really pay attention to politics. I kind of hate everyone all around. I think they're all mostly terrible people, but they do affect, the price of parts. We've heard of tariffs. What's that going to do with the parts we're getting in? And a lot of those parts we're getting in are trash, to be honest with you. I cannot tell you how many things I have bought that just simply do not fit. The holes are nowhere. It's not like they're not in the right zip code. They're not in the state. They're not in the country. It's ridiculous. You do, what am I trying to say? You try to save a little money, but when you do that, you lose time with your family because it takes that much to make these things work. And is it worth it? Is this stuff just going to rot out and break and be hot garbage after the first 10,000 miles? Maybe. So back to your new old guy, president, former. What's going to happen with that, with parts availability? Is that going to affect, hot rodding? Is that going to affect, the motorcycle industry? As far as I'm concerned, it's like, I kind of need to know where things are coming from and if they're coming and what the price is going to be on some of those things because we're selling those stuff. So we've got to roll prices in. What's going to happen? I don't know. Should be, fingers crossed. I don't like any politician, but I wish nothing but the best for whoever's in that office because they represent us. And you don't think about it, but all this right here is affected, which is weird, but it's what happens. It's water, I swear. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, because I don't know how YouTube Live works, this probably would have been better as a live. I just wanted to say Happy New Year's to all of you, to the 880 something subscribers. This has all happened in like 1 year. It's not huge by any means. I think it's awesome though, because if you really think about it, if you're just going to do a thing, whatever your thing is, if you had over, 850 people, if you had over 850 people just show up to watch you, that's a lot, right? That's like a sea of people. It's like, that's, better. That's no pressure. Happy New Year's, everybody. Stay safe. Do not do anything dumb. Do something dumb, but make sure you got a backup plan for when you do something dumb and it's not, you're not going to hurt yourself or anyone else. More importantly, don't hurt anyone else. And I think that's about it. Just wanted to thank you guys. And the next video, I got how to do pipes on a Sportster. real quick, do not pay the dealership. Watch that. And then go, that's super easy. I can handle it. Then pay the dealership to do the little stupid tuning thing they do. And believe me, they're not doing much. They're going to the laptop and they're putting in just some generic little map in there, and it'll be fine. It'll keep you from popping. But just do it yourself and don't pay that charge. And I have a valve cover on a 1.8 GM engine. Find it in the older Cruises and the Chevy Sonics. They develop vacuum leaks. This is a way to fix it. At least fix it enough to trade it in for a Volkswagen. Did I do that? Yeah, that's what I did. My first import. It's very weird. I do like the car though, I got to admit. So, again, thank you all, and we'll see you next time.